Several months of investigation, there have been 5 people charged with sports gambling here at the University of Iowa. Some of them betting on football games that they played in or sports here at the University of Iowa. Head football coach Kirk Ferentz addressing the media, saying that he and his staff will need to do a better job of discussing sports gambling with his players in the near future and years to come.
There are two basic levels here. You've got the DCI involvement, and then, which is obviously significant, but beyond that, as it pertains to our football team, the NCAA involvement also in the rulings that they'll make. So one thing I can tell you, I think it's become pretty apparent that sports betting is common in football in general. Right now, I think, again, the one thing it can't be compromised, the integrity of the game. That's first and foremost. That's got to be protected, and that's where everything should start.
Now let's talk about the Iowa football team and the people that are actually practicing right now this fall. The Iowa offense got a big upgrade in the offseason when Cade McNamara transferred from Michigan to Iowa. And he's already created a great rapport with his skill guys.
This is my first time, obviously, meeting Cade this past couple months, but it's been a great experience. He's a great player and an even better leader in person, I think. One thing he's brought to this team is definitely leadership, and I feel like he brings this chip on his shoulder with him here that I feel like the offense and the whole rest of the team has kind of taken on with themselves as well.
I mean, there's like a bunch of guys on the team that I hang out with, and I think, they've just been so cool to get to know, and I think, it really shows like the brotherhood on this team that a lot of these guys, like, we don't just have like one guy that we hang out with all the time or whatever it is. Like, everyone's just so comfortable being with one another, and we all just truly enjoy each other's time.
Brought Cade in here to do a job, and we felt pretty good about who he was and what he was, dating back to really high school, and then haven't seen him progress through college, and he's lived up to that.
Doing good, man. And as for those 25 points per game that's been put on the offense to score this year, the guys that are going to be playing say they're not going to be thinking about it when they're on the field, but it's a number that they feel they can reach each and every game. Now let's go over to the defensive side of the ball and Camille Gear, who has more with Orion product, Logan Lee.
Thanks, Corey. Well, it's no secret Iowa's offense struggled last year, but it's quite the opposite story on the other side of the ball. Iowa returns one of the best defenses in the country, and a big part of that, former Orion star Logan Lee. Lee enters his senior season in Iowa City looking to build on his success and continue the defensive standard for Hawkeye football.
I'm just looking forward to getting after it, working hard each day, progressing into the man I want to become, the player I want to become. I have high standards for myself, and each day, every day of practice, I have an opportunity to get 1% closer to that goal. So that's what I'm looking forward to, is trying to get closer to my potential, knowing that it'll never be accomplished. But
the things that made him a good player last year, I would like for him to improve on that. I want to see him improve his pre-snap knowledge. I want to see him improve his leadership ability in terms of at the line of scrimmage, being a guy that can communicate up and down the line to get us in the right call. Sometimes you have to be smarter than the call, but sometimes it takes confidence to be able to say those things when they need to be said. I expect really big things from a production standpoint. I know he does as well. The good thing about him is there's enough depth in the room where we're not going to have to run all the tread off that tire, knock on wood in case everybody gets hurt. But there's enough depth in the room that when he's on the field, you can expect a fresh guy that's going to be flying around to the football. And I'm really excited about that. I'm looking forward to a big season for him.
Kickoff is just around the corner for the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hawks will welcome Utah State to Kinnick Stadium on September 2nd to start the 2023 season. Of course, we'll have full coverage all season long right here on WQAD. But for now, reporting in Iowa City, Camille Gear, WQAD News 8 Sports.